Hello, I'm RetroJules. I'm in my T62a Soviet Tier 10 medium. A tank that I earned, got, played a few times, and I've kind of left it alone. And as you can tell from the minimap, this was a game that I had quite a while ago, and it was the last game I played in the T62a. And the reason for that is mainly because I've been grinding other tanks, but this was quite a pleasing game in the end and eventually, and it was kind of job done, and then I carried on grinding. It would seem that I'm quite happy grinding tanks, and when I get to the tier 10 I play it a couple of times and then I think, right, well, I've got some more grinding to do, and I end up not playing them. I haven't got that many, but I just don't seem to play them once I've got them. So if I make videos, i.e. leopards, centurions, and I complain bitterly about the grind, then I have no right to complain about the grind. It would seem I enjoy grinding and earning tanks, and not necessarily playing the tanks that I've earned. So the beginning of this game is a little bit on the dull side. I'm not confident, or not confident enough yet in this T62a to be brazen, get it hull down, use the armour that it's got and try and be a bully. So I still play it just a little bit passively, and I've probably come to the wrong part of the map in this tank, because effectively over here I'm playing the ridge line, I'm out in the open, there's 3 artillery, and I should probably be down at Fisherman's Bay by the water, hull down behind some rubble, supporting my team. And I had a bad experience not that long ago by playing that part of the map, which is why I haven't played it this time. But I'm not really convinced that I'm in the right place with this tank, because to get any sort of gun depression I've got to come right up on this ridge line and expose my whole tank. So not ideal. And the beginning of this game, well, actually most of this game until the end is a little bit on the dull side, because it's one of those games I'm kind of just tooling around, for want of a better word, not really sure what I'm trying to achieve, what I want to do. We've got quite a good split. Well, have we? Our team is split, half and half, east and west. Nobody in the middle really spotting as such, which may be a weakness. I don't know. But I'm just trundling along here, thinking to myself, what can I do? What should I do? Where do I go? There's their light tank. And this kind of goes on for a little while, and it dawns on me. Took the first shot, and a second shot, down to half health, and I've done nothing so far. And it's kind of dawning on me that we really haven't seen a whole lot of the enemy, and we certainly haven't seen much of the enemy in this direction, which kind of makes you wonder that they're all down in the bay. They're probably, yes, there they are, they're in the middle of the map. And we're probably a little bit exposed at the cap. And we're a few tanks down too, and they've still got their 3 artillery. And I would say, with their 3 artillery, they could be a very strong, formidable team if those artillery players are good. So, RT has said SOS. Completely agree. I think we're exposed at the cap, so I'm going to go all the way back on this ridge line. 5 minutes into the game, 2 tanks spotted, 1 penetrating hit and 2 assisting. Not brilliant, really. Now I've got binoculars on this, and I've got binoculars on this because it's quick. And I find that I quite often use this tank as a scout when there aren't any light tanks. But I don't know if I've kept binoculars on this or ditch them for vents. I've got optics on this anyway, but it'd be interesting what you think towards the end of this game, whether the binos are actually a benefit for outspotting the enemy. Right, one RT bailed out, our only RT left, so that's going to be good to keep an RT, but they've still got the 3 RT, and we're only 2 tanks down now, and they still got 3 RT. Really concerned about that. And again, like I said, I'm just kind of, it's just one of those games where I'm going, I don't really know what to do. Kind of feel like I should be defending the cap, but I'm not getting any benefit out of this game. I'm not getting any damage done. Right, an E5. And yeah, well, that bounced. I kind of thought that the turret was side on and might get a penetrating hit, but I'm not going to be accurate from this distance, and it bounced anyway. So that E5 is right bang in the middle of the map, heading this way. Definitely heading this way, so I decide that I'm going to try and get into a better position, knowing it's coming this way. And we're quite fragmented as a team now, but we don't want anybody winning by a cap. The enemy are now down to 2 RT, so a slightly less of a threat. But 2 RT nonetheless can still rain hell down on you very, very quickly. So my plan, yeah, is scuppered. I was going to try and get right across to sort of J9. So I take a hit from the FE and bounce a shot. FE takes a shot and misses. Can I get a shot in? No, bounce. I'm kind of aiming for the cupola, but I'm, be a very lucky shot from here. And I'm a little bit concerned because I do not know where RT is aiming for. And that shot goes in. First kill, hurrah. The FV taken out, and that opens up this part of the map for me to hopefully skirt round through the bay. And I'm already planning on taking RT out as my priority, because we're only 1 tank down. But I still would say, with their heavy, a TD and 2 RTs, that they are definitely a stronger team. So if I can take RT out, that should relieve a little bit of pressure. So the heavy's having a tussle with our TD at B3. And I can't remember the outcome of that. I am going to sneak through the town. Well, our TD lost, and oh, somebody's lost their lid. Nicely leaned up against the building there. So tiptoeing through the town. And I didn't watch the mini-map to see where that TD is or was. I've kind of completely lost track. That grill was sort of in the middle at one stage, and I haven't been watching. So this is where I'm sticking the binos on, and somebody's helping me saying middle of the map. So yeah, that's kind of where I saw that grill last. There's RT coming for me. Auto aim straight in. Really need RT to miss. Completely misses. RT down. Right. It's gone from retro versus 3 tanks to versus 2 tanks. And I really, really want to win this, because for me, this is quite a vital learning curve for me, because I quite often cock up and make a complete pig's ear of the whole thing. There's the grill. Was not expecting that. Quickly snatch a shot. And I'm trying to reverse, not realising that that hulk of that, is it a tortoise or an AT, can't tell from here, is blocking my way. Looks like a tortoise to me. And I want to keep out the way of RT. If I can stay in these buildings, RT can't get a shot in. So that grill's not on much health, probably one shot will do it. No idea how much health Artie's got. Chances are Artie's going to be sort of probably B or C9, that sort of area. And what I'm doing now is I'm completely changing tack. I want them to think that I'm coming through the town, and I am not. I'm going to go the long way round and hopefully completely undetected come back down the A line and try and take Artie unawares. And I'm well aware that my driver's been taken out, and it wasn't, at the time it wasn't an issue. I wasn't too worried about being slow, and I thought I'd rather use that large first aid kit when I've got more than just one guy to heal. But the clock is ticking, and I can't help thinking that, yeah, okay, I will eat my first aid kit and get my speed back. And this is me just flicking on the binoculars because it gives me a much bigger view. As we know, it's sort of 25% more, I think, on the view range when you put your binos on. And I can't help thinking, when you get to this stage in the game, that's a benefit for me. Don't know what you think, I'll be interested in your thoughts. However, I do believe that when this game comes down to the last bit, it's not the binos that are actually a benefit. And I guess if the enemy have got good camouflage, then my binos still aren't going to be that benefit. So here we go. Coming down the A line. Can I catch Artie unaware? There it is. Not a clue. Hardly any health. One shot in. The grill's there on a smidge of health. Can I get the grill? Just get a shot in. A quick snap auto aim. And Retro pulls the game back, and we win. So a really dull game to start off. Didn't really know what my purpose was, couldn't really get stuck in, didn't really have a strategy, but towards the end, really like to think I got it right and won the game. Not a big win for me at all. 9,500 silver, 1,200 damage. Yeah, came third, but pulled the game back and won. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me in my tier 10 T62a, pulling the game right back for our team. In the meantime, keep safe, keep tanking, and I'll see you soon.